Hello, gorgeous, and good morning. It is Lala Kent. Welcome back to the Give Them Lala podcast. Easton, how we doing?
I'm feeling good this morning.
You are?
Yeah, we're going to Disneyland.
I'm not the type of person who likes to jam-pack my schedule.
No, we jam-packed it.
For some reason, it was like, let's take 2 weeks in Hawaii. When we get back, 1 day off, record a podcast, go straight to Disneyland because I want to make sure the ocean sees Disney in, full Christmas effect. And then, why don't we just head to Ojai so that we can spend time with Ocean and the kids at her school for Christmas brunch. And then from there, let's just go to Palm Springs for the holiday. I'm so overwhelmed.
And we still have work.
That part.
I woke up this morning because I've been 2 weeks of not working.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
It is a lot.
We'll be all right, though.
I've been avoiding the Google Calendar at all costs because I'm like, I'll deal with it when I get home. I've got 2 weeks in Hawaii. And then all of a sudden, I blinked, it was over. And I'm like, the Google Calendar, no.
That's what I checked this morning. I had to lie down and breathe for a minute. I was like, we'll be good, though.
To say I was stressed this morning, it would be an understatement, especially because Ocean. So I finally got my bedroom in order. I came home. It's absolutely fabulous. That window is completely closed up. I now have the blackouts that you click and it sounds like the hotel room where it's like, the room is so pitch black that it even scares Ocean how dark it is at night.
So you can't leave her in there by herself anymore?
Well, she was in my bed last night because we spent 2 weeks sleeping together in Hawaii, and now I'm having this weird, I don't want to put her in her own bed because I feel lonely. So I'm like, what are you doing? Go get in my bed because I need cuddles and stuff. But she woke up in the middle of the night 5 different times, sobbing her eyes out. So I just woke up utterly exhausted. And I asked her, I was like, what were you crying about last night? You want to know what she says to me?
What?
I was crying because I didn't want to sleep with you. Ouch.
Wow. So you've just had a great morning.
She is really humbling my ass quickly.
She is. I don't get hurt often, but she can hurt me.
She hurts me to my core.
She hurt me at the airport. You even asked me if I was all right. You were like, are you all right? I was like, no, I'm going to throw this little kid off the damn golf cart.
Well, he's kidding everybody.
Obviously kidding. But I exaggerate.
We were squished on this golf cart. And had we not had that golf cart, we would have missed our flight. Because thank God for Lisa. She's pointing at herself. It was my idea. We see you. We got you.
That's because you couldn't keep up. So you were getting any out you could. And it was the golf cart.
No, but thank God. Because I'm telling you, we arrived very early to the Honolulu airport. And I love this about Hawaii. It is on its own time zone, time frame. The people working TSA are actually friendly. That's weird. They care about you and your life. But when you're stressed for time, it's a little stressful.
You need to get
and
there.
You miss the person screaming at you, put your bags in.
I know. They want you to get your flight and they want you to stay when you're there. But if you have 2 kids and you're flying home from Honolulu, give yourself about 3 hours.
I agree. And the gate was far. So Ocean, we were squeezed on this golf cart and she was telling me and Easton not to touch her. If we didn't want to touch her, we would have to
get off
literally
ourselves.
Fall off the golf cart in order. So she definitely humbled Easton.
Yep, hurt my feelings.
The last episode we were in Hawaii and we spoke about Easton's his scooter accident.
Me moped.
Easton. Oh. What followed?
So, just a hectic day.
Okay.
Didn't close the gate. And we had friends over.
The Van Olfens came.
Yes.
Sheena, Brock, her mom and dad.
We eat food. We get some we get food delivered, and I walk out to take the garbage out, and the gate's wide open, and I immediately look to where my moped was, and it was no longer there, and I felt like I just got an unscheduled colonoscopy. I didn't know what to do. I just looked around, and I was like, oh my God, they know where I live. They know everything about me. I felt violated, and I still do. And what's so funny is I got the text today.
About what you owe.
Yeah.
He thought
but
he was
the good
not.
thing is, it isn't $1,000 because I've paid a good amount of it, so I just have to pay a little. It's still a good amount, but so I could have bought my own moped when I was there, come to find out, and I could have left it there for cheaper.
I can't breathe.
I could have got a moped on Amazon for $690, left it there, or resold it. But now I'm out about $1,400.
Oh no!
Worth every penny. Got a couple scars, battle wounds. Hawaii 2024.
I'm in the bathroom getting ready for bed, and I'm zen as it gets. Right? This is the night before we leave, you guys. Okay. And Lisa is screaming my name, and I'm like, be quiet. My kids are sleeping. And she goes, Easton's scooter got stolen. The way we all cackled, we called 911 because we didn't know who else to call.
Oh,
we first just called like the sheriff's department, and they're like, you need to call 911. I was like, not a lot of crime happening out here, because if we called 911 in Los Angeles about a stolen scooter, they would just hang up on us. Tell someone who cares, never gonna find it. Bigger fish to fry in this city.
Well, Lisa, she calls, and that's when she goes, so we have a stolen moped. The guy goes, yeah, you need to call 911. And she goes, okay.
Really? Even if it's not an emergency?
And he goes, yep.
Yes, ma'am. So we call. They need all this information that we don't have. And Lisa, you would think it was a prank call because we were hysterically laughing. Just what are the chances? I just have to say this, okay? We look over the paperwork for Easton to see how much this could cost him. And it says for damages or loss, it's $1,000. And I look at him and I go, you managed to do both on this one scooter.
If I'm going to rent,
you crashed it.
I'm going to get my money's worth.
And then had it stolen. And I was in full panic. I'm like, oh my God, you have to tell the owner. You have to tell the rental place. And Easton was just smiling the way he is right now. Like, no, I'm just going to tell him.
Gone.
He's like, I'm going to tell him I locked it up. I was like, Easton, you didn't lock it up. You can't say that. He goes, I'm not going to lie, Warren. I'm like, you cannot lie. You have to be honest.
We
left
meant by
the
locking
gate open.
it up. That was the locked up, though, the gate. That's what I was going to lie.
We didn't lock it up in any way, shape, or form.
No,
it
that's
was a
why
free
it's gone.
And the guy told us before he even left, he told you, I'm not going to even throw me into this because I was not a part of it. I didn't want this scooter. I want no parts of the scooter. After you crashed, I said this scooter is a bad idea. And then it got stolen and I said no more. But he said, people are liking to steal scooters. Please lock it up, even at the house. And Easton, did you?
No.
Okay. There we go. He didn't lock it up.
And they said around this time because people are strapped
Stealing.
cash.
People are stealing.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Give Them Lala is sponsored by Aura Frames. I know everyone knows my mom Lisa at this point. She's regularly on the podcast, and when she's not, she's sending in all the greatest headlines. So it shouldn't be a surprise to you to find out that she's not the most tech savvy, and you already know that I'm not either. That's why Aura's digital frame is the perfect gift for both of us, and that's because it's so easy to use. I am living proof of that. It takes like 2 minutes to set up when you use the Aura app, and then you can upload photos right from your phone in just one click. You can actually send the pictures to the frame from your phone. I love that part. And the Aura frame will even pair photos together, so I can put pictures of Ocean and Sosa side by side on the frame. My mom is going to think I am a tech genius when she opens that Aura frame. There are no memory cards or USBs required. Love that part too. So save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames by using promo code LALA at checkout. That's AURA frames.com. Promo code LALA. This deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
On the stealing scooter note, we also, while we were there, I don't know what Ocean has been watching. I think it has to do with the luau, actually. So we go to this luau, right? I feel like there's two ways to do Hawaii. You can do you can stay over in the Honolulu area.
Like
what is
the
it?
Disney Waikiki? Ohana.
No, that means
That's
family.
Ohana means family.
Alani. Lisa's over there just like,
Ohana.
Ohana.
Like, now she's going to Google it to see how wrong she is.
I think that's what it's called. It's like the Disney resort or whatever. And you can stay at any resort, right? You can do the luau thing the way that we do it. And I didn't even know you could do it this way. The only reason why we do the North Shore is because of Nick and Joe.
Yes.
And they were like, there's a house for rent next door. And we're like, Hawaii, great. Like, I don't know. I hadn't been to Hawaii since my brother's wedding when I was 16. Actually, no. I went with the cast my very first trip, season 4. 2, I think Honolulu. Anyway, moving on. And the way we do it, it's much more chill. We go to food trucks. You guys know the drill. We spoke about it on the last podcast. But we go to this luau and we go. I know that it won't be my cup of tea, but I know it'll be my child's cup of tea. You know, she's really into the dancing. And by the way, she knows the whole thing. She was very into when they brought her up on stage and taught her how to hula dance. But there was this woman, she was like the narrator, commentator. I don't know what you call her. But she was like, here we are all Ohana. And it was like beautiful what she was saying. But then she cuts to, I want you to look across the table at your lover. And if you don't have a lover, have another Mai Tai. And I'm like, well, this fucking sucks because I don't drink. So even I can't do that to find my lover. I could find a lot of friends, though. That's cutting to Spice Girls. If you want to be my lover, got to get with my friends.
That was the theme of the trip?
Theme of the trip. So Ocean tells me during all of this, they call the lovers up to dance. Okay. So Ocean's across the way, and I'm watching her do her thing. But we get home, and she goes, that new... Please look at Ocean. She's killing me. She says, Mom, me and my new friend, it was this little girl that Summer Moon does dance with. She goes, me and my new friend, we were just pretending to get married because we were in love. She says, I was the boy, she was the girl, but I was just pretending. And then we kissed. So I think that's where she learned like the boyfriend-girlfriend marriage and love thing. Look at her staring at me. Hi, baby. So we're in the car, and she's talking to me, Easton, and my mom about how she's going to get us all boyfriends, including Easton.
Yep.
And she goes, Mom, you're going to get a boyfriend, and you're going to kiss him, and you're going to be in love. And then she holds her face and laughs. And I said, do you want mommy? Would you like mommy to have a boyfriend? And she said, yes. I said, you'd like him? And she said, yes, I would like him. So then I started thinking, I'm like, all of these things that I've just been sitting here sobbing about. I'm like, I'm never bringing a man. I will not do that to my children. And he'll hear my child's like, get a boyfriend. Fall in love. Kiss him. Bring him to the house. I'm like, are you kidding me? Do you know how much time and effort I have put into my thought process to not do those things? And you don't even care.
For you. And now you are going,
get a boyfriend.
I'm kind of sick of you. Go get a boyfriend.
Well, that's not where I went. And now that's where I am going. She's like, you're as good as it gets.
You're like, well...
Bring in a boyfriend. But I found that so strange. I'm like, you're only 3.5. How are we talking about, like, in-love thoughts?
It did start from the luau.
Well, yeah, when she started kissing her friend, playing marriage. I don't know. Is that what age kids do it? I remember doing that as a kid, but I was at, like, 6 or 7.
I don't remember doing it at 3. But then again, I don't remember being 3.
That's very true.
So maybe that is it. So maybe I did do it.
I always wonder when like your first thoughts.
Your first thought?
And memory starts kicking in.
I have like 2 thoughts of when I was probably like 2 or her age.
Yeah.
One of them was walking into our giant playroom that turned into your room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget. I just slid one into my diaper. It's a prominent thought that I'll never forget. I just was pooping down the hall. And I walked into the playroom. That's like one thought that I'll never forget. And then my next thought is I was probably her age or a little younger, and I'll never forget holding on to the 2 little pulls that the stairs go down and yelling your name because I'd always want you to carry me down. That is the other one. Just
wow.
Those are my only 2 memories that I really have.
Those are core memories,
yeah.
Easton.
So that's it. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. Those are the only 2. And then one, when I was probably 8,
Yeah?
I don't remember being a kid really, but I remember vomiting in the Rude's car.
That's disgusting.
I think at this point, you guys know how much I love Nutrafol. I rave about it every chance I get. I love it so much that I want to gift it to everyone I know who's struggling with their hair, which is more people than you think. I know it might feel a little weird to give Nutrafol as a gift, but trust me, they will be so thankful when they see the improvements. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. And getting help building a hair growth routine is simple. Purchase online, no prescription required. Automated deliveries and free shipping keep you on track. Plus, with Nutrafol subscription, you can save up to 20% and you'll get a Headspace meditation membership included as well. Whether you're gifting to yourself or a loved one, give the gift of great hair growth this holiday season. Right now, Nutrafol is offering Give Them Lala listeners $10 off any order. Enjoy free shipping when you subscribe. Go to Nutrafol.com and enter promo code LALAGIFT. That's Nutrafol, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code LALAGIFT. Nutrafol.com, promo code LALAGIFT.
Cut to, we get home. Kids are fantastic the entire flight. And I'm like, tomorrow, here's on my to-do list for Sunday. I'm going to unpack the kids. I thought that I filed an application for SOSA's social security card, which I didn't. So that was on my to-do list. And Easton says, oh, unpacking. I'm not unpacking. That's going to happen next week. And I was like, you don't have enough to unpack, so it's fine. Like, don't even worry about it. And Lisa goes, I've already unpacked and I didn't have that much. I'm like, wow, good for you. I walk towards the stairs and I see my mother's suitcase. I called Easton over. I was like, I need someone to witness what's happening here.
But the thing is, she told the way she told us she was unpacked.
Oh, she was so proud.
You would have thought that her laundry was done, folded, and put into her whatever. Her drawers.
Not even laundry done, but like my version of being unpacked is like suitcase in the closet, dirty clothes in the hamper for Lisa to do, and then clean clothes put away. That's my version of like I'm unpacked. Oh, not Lisa. In the middle of the common area, suitcase and her clothes dumped out of it.
It looks like she took the suitcase, opened it, and then just dumped it and went like this, and then turned the suitcase over, and that was her unpacked. There is a straightener with the cord askew as could be. Oh, fuck, it hurts.
It hurts. It really hurts.
I know. And I go, you didn't want to do this in your room? And she goes, I like my room clean.
We didn't give you a mic on purpose. You don't get to defend yourself. This is the pod.
No, he's getting the mic.
Oh, he's getting the mic. Oh, damn it.
No, she gets
How do my producers have your back?
Because she's the Jeej.
Hey, Lise, you should try helping him and scooting over to the mic. Here she goes.
Yeah,
you guys won't be able to see her, but you will hear her, and that's all that matters.
I am going to defend myself.
All right, defend away.
I did shake out my suitcase because it was full of sand from our shoes.
Even better, in the house. So you're dumping sand into the house? Get out! It's getting worse.
Yeah, I probably should have thought about it.
Oh my God. She unpacked herself and the beach that day.
It was kind of fun to see all that sand from Hawaii.
Oh my God. I'm having so much anxiety between Lily's hair, the sand.
And this is where we call you. This is where we tell you, you're the tornado you have to clean up after.
You know what I've decided?
When you're going,
I've
been vacuuming, I've been doing this. It's like, well, you wouldn't have had to if you just didn't dump the beach in the house.
I get bored though, so I go for.
So you create messes for yourself?
Yeah, because then I went over and started doing paperwork and left that like it was.
No, you guys, we come home.
It's like job security for her.
Normally, when you have people house sitting, you like expect them to not really care. The house was pristine. The moment we walk in, it looks like a tornado blew through. And it's not from me and Easton or the kids. And Lisa will complain. I've been cleaning all day, and I look around and I'm like,
it's all your
shit.
Your
own mess. Like, why don't we work on one thing at a time? And like, once we make the peanut butter toast,
because I get called away.
That is not true.
It's
simply untrue. Like
You just
Lisa
leave
Barlow
it.
says, why can't we speak in fact? Why do we have to lie? Stop.
Oh no, it's too early in the morning to defend myself.
It's 9:45. Oh my God, I've been up since the sun hasn't even come up by
Well,
the
I didn't
time.
get a good night's sleep.
That's her go-to as well. People.
Not a good night's
All I've
sleep.
heard all night is-
Sore. I know, that's the other thing. Every time she's like, I didn't sleep good. I'm like, well, I heard a fucking choo-choo train all night. So
Yeah,
where were you
right?
off?
She was guiding ships through the fog all night. Did you guys hear? And I
love
don't
you.
know. They could have
I
gotten
love
back.
you.
I love you too, Mom.
Thank
They
you.
could have gotten back together, but I read like a few days ago that MGK and Megan Fox broke up. That apparently she went through his phone and saw things that she did not like. And I'm like doing the math, and I'm no mathematician, but ain't she pregnant with his baby?
You should have gone through the phone before getting,
Pregnant.
yeah.
It's just so wild how many of us just go out and procreate with men who just like are not really that great.
I know. You're starting a whole new thing, though.
What?
With SOS and how you went about that, because I saw on just like a TikTok thing, Taylor Frankie Paul, she wants another baby, but not another baby daddy. So she's...
I heard that. She has 3, right?
yeah, I think 2 with one with another. So that, I mean, that's...
2 baby daddies. No, you got to do it on your own at that point. You can't bring in a third. Then the drama just becomes unbearable.
Well, now you've got a classroom.
You've got a
And
classroom.
that's not what you want.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like when you have, I mean, MGK has a daughter of his own who's a teenager now, and she looks at him like she thinks he's pretty freaking cool. I think just finding, both of them can afford it, right? Can afford this baby. Both of them work a lot. Luckily for her, he goes on tour a lot. So she'll have the kid most of the time, and it'll be a beautiful baby. But their relationship has been so up and down.
At what point is it just like toxic and you got to get away?
Toxic. Well, finding your twin flame is not, from what I understand, not a good thing. A twin flame is actually, the passion is so intense that it is very volatile and toxic. And by the way, I'm not judging her for having a baby with this guy and having it kind of up and down, because I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You watch me on Vanderpump Rules season 10, I'm talking to Raquel and I'm like, we were always up and down. And why I thought that it would be a great idea to have a baby, which I'm so glad, because Ocean is the star
something
of the
beautiful
show.
came out of yours and theirs.
Of course.
But it's just wild to me that as a guy, like, you go ahead and have that baby, meanwhile knowing what you're doing behind. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
right, you're totally okay with, like, yeah, she could get pregnant and this is what I'm doing behind closed doors.
Yeah, like, I'm texting all of these other whatnot, but, like, I can't, like...
You have a conscience?
Yeah, like, I couldn't even do that.
Is it a conscience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conscience?
Conscience. I get confused with all cautious, conscience. I don't know, whatever. Fuck it, I tried. And me. You know what though?
What do you think do you think they get back together?
Yes. I think there's a few more get back togethers.
I have a feeling that they will be separating and getting back together until that kid is about 15, 18. I don't know why. I feel like they're just going to keep it going.
That's what happens when the sex is good and fun, you know? They like lick each other's blood and stuff.
Ew.
Some people are addicted to the pain. I don't know. Not me.
Bit of
I prefer
iron.
nice, slow, and blood-free.
Yeah. No blood and...
In fact, the moment you start bleeding, I'm out cold.
I'm going, you're bleeding, you're bleeding. And I had to remove myself or I will pass out.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
And
No.
I'll pass out quick because the blood is elsewhere too.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Hello, gorgeous. I have an exciting Amazon Live promo code for you. This code will get you $5 off an eligible product featured on my new Amazon Live series, Mama Still Got It, Bouncing Back. Use Lala Live 2. That's LALA and the number 2 on the first 2 episodes of part 2. Those are the episodes with Janet Caperna and Heather McDonald. Head to amazon.com/Lala Live and use promo code LALALIVE2 to get $5 off any eligible product featured on those 2 specific episodes. So part 2 of my Amazon Live series, Mama Still Got It, Bouncing Back, covers my post-birth process of feeling like myself again after baby Sosa's arrival. The Amazon Live series has really allowed me to share a vulnerable and intimate look at my life as a mom as I strive to be the best version of myself for them. And the best part, it's all shoppable. In episode 6, my friend Janet Caperna from the Valley and I talk about being new moms. We share hacks to get through the first few months after baby is born, because we know those are the toughest, and then the toughest are yet to come. And I get into what it's been like for me to go from a single mom of 1 to a single mom of 2. In episode 7, my friend Heather McDonald joins and we give the ultimate holiday mom survival hacks to tackle the holiday season with your sanity intact. And for those of you who don't know Amazon Live, let me get you in the know. Amazon Live is a shoppable video experience on Amazon where you can learn about the hottest products from influencers and creators like myself and shop while you're watching. Amazon Live is the perfect partnership for me as Amazon has really come through for me in motherhood. It really took the pressure off and allowed me to build such an incredible community. You are all so sweet, so supportive, and it's always felt right to celebrate this time of my life with you on Amazon Live. Again, check out my new Amazon Live series, Mama Still Got It, Bouncing Back, at amazon.com/Lala Live, where you'll find the episodes released so far. Tune in live on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for new episodes. For a limited time, use promo code LALALIVE2 for $5 off an eligible product featured on episode 6 with Janet Caperna and episode 7 with Heather McDonald. Promotion expires on December 22nd, 2024. There are limited supply of goods. Terms and conditions apply. For full promotion terms and conditions, go to www.amazon.com/Lala terms.
That Luigi, and I think I'm saying his last, Mangione, he killed Brian Thompson, the
Yes.
CEO of the healthcare company.
A lot of conspiracies in this one.
Well, I'm excited because there's a lot of conspiracies coming up. And let me note, I am not a conspiracy theorist, but I enjoy listening to them. I enjoy the hell out of it. Easton is on the TikTok. And the TikTok is where everyone is getting their news.
The TikTok
it's quick,
be talking.
It's easy. The TikTok is talking. Hey, when the TikTok is talking, you better listen.
I'm listening.
But he hired a very high-profile attorney. Her name's Karen Friedman Angnafilo. And from what I understand, people were up in arms that when he was arrested and they're getting him out of the car, media's there, they're adamant. Again, these are the conspiracy theories. Do I subscribe to them? Who knows? I don't know. But I find them very interesting and entertaining. They're like, why are they not allowing him to speak? So I've heard a few conspiracies. Easton, you're more on the TikTok. What are people saying?
I'm looking up the numbers right now, but the conspiracy is like 286.
What does that mean?
It's the number code for healthcare, like that it's not like that they don't have to pay it.
What do you mean they don't have to pay it?
They decline the payment. So it's like when they do that, it's number 0268.
Okay.
And so he's following like 268 people, 200, or it might be 283, and that's what I'm finding. But
you're losing me, Easton. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I think he's talking about medical coding.
yes, so
medical coding.
So like
Yeah.
this, yes, the term, because all of his mom's things were denied.
All
And
of
the
her
denial,
claims were
all of her claims were denied.
And the denial claim is like 286.
Okay, so I've heard that this was like a personal thing. There was this guy who got on TikTok and he basically gave the rundown of what Luigi's mom was suffering from and all of the claims that she made that were denied. There's also another conspiracy that I saw that I don't think is as well known, but that Brian Thompson may have set this up for himself because there were things that were going to come out about just how he was running shit. And he just said, you know what, let's call it a day and set it up for himself. That's another conspiracy. That one to me seems very entertaining, but hella far-fetched. Like,
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that one at all. I do believe for Luigi, this was freaking personal as it gets.
No,
I don't think he was thinking about the bigger picture and thinking at the beginning, like, healthcare's so messed up and this is the guy responsible. No, this is the guy responsible for affecting my family. But his attorney is saying he was clearly, there was a shift that happened in his personality. How did this guy who had such a bright future, who went to incredible schools, who was very smart, end up here? And he, Luigi, is going to, he's saying he's not guilty of anything. So he could
You're
be
guilty,
seen as
but-
in court as early as December 23rd.
Which is crazy because Diddy is after the new year.
Well, he's got,
Well,
one person you killed versus
hundreds
of people coming forward with claims. There's a lot of investigating on a lot of different people with the Diddy stuff.
Yes, but on this, the CEO killing, number 286 plays a huge role in a lot of it. Like the McDonald's address was 286, or it was 286 miles away where he got captured. He's following 286 people. He's got a Pokemon thing that is like a 286. There's a lot of conspiracies, and then the denial policy is number 286.
Okay, so I found that in conspiracy theories, numbers play a huge role,
Yes.
whether it's this one or others. But we were also, it's wild because before the Diddy stuff happened, I want to say I started understanding conspiracy theories in probably 2020 is when everyone started, not everyone, but a lot of people started talking about them. And it actually really, people lost family members, friendships, because people were just not in alignment with how they were viewing what was going down in 2020.
Yeah, and you were stuck in the same house with everybody because COVID.
Right.
So
you were left to your own devices and people went rogue. Now that the Diddy stuff has happened, I'm kind of cocking my head like,
I believe anything at this point. That's
don't
what's
know.
so crazy is I believe anything. And back to the tick of the talk, I was watching it and it was the weirdest video. Just type in your search, Jay-Z walking out of room with kids.
okay.
And it's in a black and white, and P. Diddy walks in, you see Jay-Z walking out, and it literally is like a room full of like 4 or 5 girls. Their hair is all the same, and they're kind of in the same outfits, and none of them look happy. And like they just like look in there, and it's just weird. And then the clip ends, but look it up, and it is the weirdest thing I've ever seen now seeing it.
Well, I mean, that whole thing is definitely, Jay-Z, when I was reading, like once that lawsuit was filed by Jane Doe, I think he was tripping. I think it's wild that during award season for music, Beyonce was not winning anything. I personally think she wanted to stay back, and I love Beyonce, and I also love Jay-Z's music. So I'm not going to speak my truest of truest thoughts. But they kind of went MIA. Then the lawsuit hits and brings them to the forefront because before it was just people talking.
Yeah.
Right?
Whispers.
So if we remove ourselves and we're not in the limelight, let's fly under the radar for a moment. Then people start talking. Then the lawsuit hits. And his legal team is asking for this Jane Doe to make her presence known. What is your name? Who are you? Now, I think that's because the moment she lets herself be known, she's got people questioning her, making her scared, to the point where she could retract her lawsuit. And that's why I'm hoping that she does not allow anyone to know her identity unless or until she absolutely has to.
Yes.
Like, stay behind the scenes, listen to your lawyers, because I think the public scrutiny is what makes people say, I didn't sign up for this. I just want to right someone else's wrong, and I use the justice system to do that, which is that's our right. That's why it's here. And I think that's Jay-Z and his legal team. That's their game plan. The moment people know who she is, they're going to troll her. They're going to make her feel stupid. They're going to question her. No one believes the woman. No one believes the victim. And she'll run away. She'll drop it.
Yeah, or take a payment.
She'll take a payment, and in order to get the payment, she'll state exactly what we need her to say.
Mm-hmm. Because there's also new stuff coming out. There's a kid, and I don't know how old he is. I think he's like 20, and his mom says that Jay-Z is the father. They've tried to get him to do DNA tests. He won't.
I remember this.
And she said that Jay-Z, she went to the party. She was 16. Jay-Z was 22, and that's where she got pregnant, was at that party. And he's like denied everything, wants to keep away. But I just saw that again.
So strange when men won't take paternity tests.
Because they know damn well that it could be.
That's exactly right. Like, if you want to just keep denying that you're the father, take the test. Because what better feeling than to be like,
right? If there's
look.
nothing to hide and somebody was like, do it, I'd go, what sample do you need? Just take it and get out, because I know you'll never be back because you're not mine.
No, exactly. Yeah. I agree. There's also the Jay Leno conspiracy. Do you guys remember something blew up?
His car blew up.
What the?
Hey. So his car blows up. That's in itself, your cars just don't blow up.
Not at all.
And the one that really got
Unless you're Kid Cudi and Diddy tries to blow up your car.
Yes, diddler. But why is Jay Leno staying at like the Hampton Inn?
I mean, I don't judge that.
Depending on where you are, he could. Because
Warren
I had to
Buffett's, he was using a flip phone while everyone else was on iPhones.
That is true.
You know, to each his own. Sometimes people, like, look at Larry David.
You're making great points.
I'm making excellent points.
So, forget that.
Move on to, he shows up and he's got a broken finger and his face is all bruised.
His face looks like he just got in a fight with Mike Tyson. His fingernail, he said, is ripped off, and he fell down a dirt hill. So my question is this gambling debts? Because...
Well, that's what people are saying.
Yes, because allegedly...
What is it?
Allegedly gambling debt.
No, by the way...
But if I know Mafia...
We're just here to report what other people are saying and alleging.
Yes.
We're alleging that other people are alleging.
Yes.
We're just alleging our asses off over here. Don't say that word.
A dirt hill... But if I know Mafia, they take fingernails.
Oh my gosh.
That's part of the thing.
Well, by the way...
And you're not losing a fingernail sliding down a dirt hill.
I think people, when you owe them money, they're like, I'll break your... Hello? Break your thumbs.
Do everything but kill them.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, because then if you kill them, you can't get your money.
That's very true.
Mm-hmm. So do everything short of it to scare them into giving you your money.
There's just so many weird things happening.
Your car blows up. You got two black guys. You didn't slide down
an eye patch on, I think.
Well, was he in the explosion?
No, this is him. So
it's
the explosion,
two separate things.
The explosion is one thing. That was bad. But the dirt hill, he has a full-on, he said he ripped off a fingernail, so this whole hand is like in a cast. It looks like somebody punched him in the eyes 3 times. His whole face
is bruised.
That is not falling down unless he slammed into 6 boulders on the way.
I don't know what grown man is rolling down dirt hills, okay? And first of all, in order to roll down a dirt hill, you have to get up it first. So why are you up there in the first place on a dirt hill?
No, he said he was, because that's where the Hilton or Hampton Inn was. And he said he was taking a shortcut down.
Oh, the Hampton Inn is giving you views now. Beachfront property right on dirt hills. Come on, Jay. What do you take us for? By the way, I love Jay Leno. I grew up on Jay Leno, where he would take the newspaper clippings.
Oh, I looked forward to the Tonight Show every night.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
Watched it with Dad.
He was hysterical.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Gift-giving season is upon us, and that's why I'm thankful for Rakuten. Rakuten is the best way to save lots of money this holiday season because you can stack holiday sales and deals on top of cash back to maximize your savings at over 3,500 stores. Stores will be at the highest cash back rates of the year, all the way up to 15% cash back at some of your favorite brands through the holiday season. Here's how it works. Stores like Sephora, Nike, Urban Outfitters, and PetSmart pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. And Rakuten passes on the part of that money to members via PayPal or check. You can get cash back at hundreds of stores across every single category: fashion, beauty, electronics, home essentials, travel, dining, and so much more. Rakuten also finds you the best deals, sales, and coupons. They do the work of searching for coupon codes so you save time and money. Plus, membership is free and it's easy to sign up. If I can do it, trust me, you can too. So join the 17 million members who are already saving. Start all of your holiday shopping at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cash back really adds up.
Before we move on to Housewives, I saw this thing on BuzzFeed. I love BuzzFeed. They do the funnest stuff. And they brought up 58 moments, and I won't read all 58, just the ones that jumped out at me, that will be turning a decade in 2025. The first one is the selfie stick. Easton, did you ever get down with the selfie stick?
I judged the people with them.
I did too, until someone had one and we took the most epic photos. And I'm like, damn, I like this selfie stick.
I can get down with the selfie stick at like Lake Powell.
Sick.
Yeah.
Totally sick.
Yeah.
Or if you're like scuba, or not scuba diving, but like...
no, yeah, scuba diving. Yeah, you take it with you because you can put
not
the
me.
case.
I'm more of a snorkel girl. But if you don't want to get your hair wet, you can just shove that down there and make it look like you saw all the cool shit in the world. Snapchat introduced filters. Star Wars returned in a huge way. The Force Awakens was released and would go on to become one of the biggest movies of all time. This one was awesome because I did this. The Kylie Jenner challenge happened.
Where you suck on the bottle cap?
Yep. I had a device for it.
Yeah.
It was shaped like an apple, and you could choose which one you wanted. You'd go on their website, and there was one with like a little line if you wanted the pillow type lips. And I did this and go to Sir, and we're filming, and I'm feeling myself. I look just like Angelina Jolie. Lisa Vanderpump walks in. She goes, "What have you done to your lips?"
Yeah, you always thought it looked good. I'll never forget, before you even found the devices meant for it, we would go into your room,
Bottle
me and
caps.
Dad, and you would just be sucking on a bottle cap, and then you would, and me and Dad would go, "What are you doing?"
I feel like Kylie Jenner learned it from me.
I kind of agree.
By the way, though, there was a time that I did it after my filler. I didn't get enough in my lips, I thought, so I did it, and it moved the filler everywhere. So I had to go in and have it dissolved.
Oh.
It was really not good. Taylor Swift embarked on her 1989 tour, which was also the highest grossing tour in 2015. She freaking killed it.
Of course it was.
She freaking killed it. Rihanna released Bitch Better Have My Money.
Banger
I loved
still.
that song. Still a banger. You could owe me 25 cents, and I immediately play that song. I'm like, I'm getting my 25 cents.
I'm sending it to him as I'm on my way.
That's what people should send to Jay Leno instead of, breaking his fingers and taking his fingernails.
He must owe a lot of money.
It would scare me more to have Rihanna scream, "Bitch better have my money."
Oh, I think I'd
for
rather
sure.
have her yell at me than my fingernail detached from my finger.
I mean, the moment you talk to me about detaching fingernails, I go straight to the first horror movie I ever saw, which was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Everyone started using the peach and eggplant emoji for sexting, though people debated whether the peach emoji meant a butt or a vagina.
I thought it always meant a butt. She got a peach on her.
That's what I think. I
Is it
think
a
the
vagina?
vagina you should send the taco. Or a cookie.
Or cookie.
Yeah. Madonna and Drake got into a feud after she kissed him on the stage at Coachella, and he looked super grossed out by it. These were such great times. Adele dropped Hello, and then it launched thousands of parodies, including a Mormon one. These Mormon missionaries come up and they knock and they open the door, and the missionaries are like, "Hello." So funny. So funny. It's so good. Zayn left One Direction. Steve Harvey announced the wrong Miss Universe. Netflix and Chill entered the building, and I loved that one the most. Because once Netflix and Chill entered the building, I was like, there's a name for it. It's kind of like when you're feeling some type of way and you explain it, you're telling someone, and they're like, oh, you have and they give you some like psych evaluation and some doctor term, and you feel like I've been diagnosed. I'm not the only one. When Netflix and chill happened, I was like, that's what I am.
I'm a Netflix
I'm
and
a
chill.
Netflix and chill person.
Yeah. I'll binge all day. I like not going anywhere and binging.
Oh, and now that we have that TV, you guys, the room is almost done. We've almost built the couch.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah? The couch?
Yeah.
We got to finish it tonight after
Maybe tomorrow.
tomorrow. I know that I can like do Disney all day
do Disney
and then
come
build a
home
couch.
No, there's just no hope.
Let's jump into this real quick. Wallen, 31. What's his name? What's his real name?
Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. He pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts of reckless endangerment and was sentenced to 7 days incarceration at a DUI education center. 2 years probation.
He might need it. Couple chairs thrown off. Now he got this. Join the club, buddy.
Maybe a little anger management, too.
I don't think it's anger. I think it's just Jack Daniels.
As a recovering alcoholic,
we can now say that it was the Jack Daniels.
Well, yes, but I will say my short fuse still very much exists.
I didn't even know you had a fuse.
See, that's what I mean.
A short one.
Not everything. Sometimes things are heightened with alcohol. But some people just like completely change and become a different person. So I don't know. I just know that he sings one of my most favorite songs.
He sings.
I think about me.
There's too many of them. He's got so many.
Yeah.
So he needs to keep out of that so we can still get these bangers.
I know, but his bangers are not like super deep, you know? Like when you think about an artist and when they go through something, Taylor Swift, for example, you're like, great album is going to be made. He's just talking about someone who's fucking him behind their boyfriend's back. You just have to be a breathing person to have that happen.
Lucky guy.
You don't need to have much life experience, substance abuse problems, a bad breakup. You just have to be okay with being a side piece. And Morgan Wallen seems to get off on that because he really wants to know, are you thinking about me?
I thought that song was about his ex.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't do much research.
I was going to say.
Moving on. All right. Easton, let's start with BH because SLC is really stealing the show. And I want to talk about that last.
BH, I think, is it's good, and I can't wait for.
It just started,
yeah.
so
no, but it's gonna be a juicy one. I feel like with everything that's going, like PK reaching out to Kyle.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Do you think that that's weird?
I would need to know the text.
That we're being
like the
sent?
format, yeah. Like say me and my buddy were in relationships. Obviously, number one, I would ask my buddy like. Do you mind if I just reach out to see if she's all right? Because they're close friends right now, from what it looks like.
Well,
but I would.
But PK did tell Mo
that
PK
he reached out.
said, "I reached out to Kyle."
So that's fine. So that's the other thing. I would like to know the text. Are you reaching out flirting, or are you reaching out hoping like you're okay and you're just your wife's or your husband's ex-wife's friend? You know.
I totally agree. And I think that the context behind it was probably looking to Kyle because she's going through it. She's a woman, so he can kind of get into the mind of a female going through something like this because that's how men are. They think a woman's a woman. They deal with things the same. Although we're seeing that Kyle and Dorit do things very differently. But what's wild is when I heard this and Garcelle was like taken aback, like, he texts you? I was like, this really isn't a big deal. They're all friends. But then I switched the roles. What if Mo reached out to Dorit? Weird. And I don't know if that's because there were some weird rumors swirling that were totally rumors. There was nothing to them. It was like someone plucked it out of the air and was like, I just want to make this a thing.
Is it weird because we know who he kind of is? Like PK to me, I don't know PK at all. Obviously, I don't know Mo, but I've seen how Mo moves. I haven't seen PK taking pictures with... Well, we've heard
how Mo moves, and we're catching what's being put down, and we're just trying to put 2 and 2 together. But we don't know factually. Right now, Kyle and Mo are still very much married. They seem to have an okay relationship. They don't know what they're doing, right? They're still trying to figure it out from what we're seeing on TV.
Until I see the text and the reach out, then we'll have a story.
Well,
but
I'm
right
sure
now,
that we're going to see what the reach out is.
I'm going to create my own.
That's interesting because I don't think there's anything weird about it.
I don't either.
I think he's
I thought
just
it would
trying to get into the mind of Dorit and how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Bronwyn. Bronwyn from SLC. First of all, she's not pressing charges against the man who was in the car making the phone call while the dog attacked her.
Which is very nice of her.
Well, yeah. Kind. Because it's one thing to talk about an attack and think like, oh, wow, 37 times was.
Do we even know the dog?
No, I don't think she's even gonna. She loves her dogs.
Well, that's the other reason. If she were to press charges, the dog may be put down because it is a. So if
the dog was being fostered by this guy.
So if she didn't press charges, she could have been doing it for the dog because I feel like if that happens,
I don't think she was doing it for the guy at all.
No, she did it for the dog. I feel like if you do press charges, a lot of things happen. And if it's a foster dog and not in a family, they could have just said, we have to put it down.
Let me tell you something. I think that dog's getting euthanized no matter what because the guy's going to have to take it back to the shelter, say it attacked. And Utah is a no-kill shelter.
Or state.
Thank you, Easton. No-kill state. However, when a dog is that aggressive, now you're putting someone's life on the line. I wish Lisa was here
because I would have asked her. This is her forte, her little cup of tea. But that is, she would know. Damn her.
Well, if she comes back, we can talk to her about it. It's really wild to me that we have 3 newbies. Now, Angie K has been on the show for a couple of years, but as background noise. She's a friend of. We've got Angie K as a main, Bronwyn as a main, but now we've got Brittany coming in from the side, trying to steal that snowflake from somebody. Because right now you got a lot of women, and they're all 3 killing it. Like the newbies have stolen the show.
Well, I think Angie, in my opinion, I feel like Angie feels like her spot could be taken, and that's why she's...
Angie?
Yeah.
Why do you feel like she thinks her spot could be taken? She just got her snowflake this season.
And couldn't it be taken just like that?
Well, yeah, it can always be taken.
Exactly. I just feel like with those 3, the way that she's calling Brittany just like a porn star, porn tits, porn hair. But what's funny to me is like, that's just, Brittany is Utah. That's just a Utah girl.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't love the way Angie has been like acting and then talking about like when she threw the soap back over and she was like, I didn't know it was open. It's like, I didn't throw it. It's like, you fucking throw it.
She was
just
upset.
Own at least what you did. But there's little things that she's been doing like that. Like, I don't like her little comments. She's not my favorite right now. But then again, I've never loved.
That's so wild because I love her.
Okay. See, I don't.
And I think Brittany from the side talking, it's like, shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah, you don't need to insert yourself. But I feel like just the way Angie is handling a lot of things, it's she'll do something and go, well, it wasn't that. Sorry, I didn't know the bag was. It's like I
think the embarrassment and the shame kicks in after you do something and you think it's going to land differently. You think you picture it in your mind, it'll be a dramatic moment. I'm going to throw it at her. She's going to catch it. All will be fine. You don't factor in gravity and things falling out of the bag.
And 2 giant full things of shampoo. Yeah, don't fucking throw that at me either. The hell?
You're right. The way Brittany reacted to that was actually very calm. I think I would have.
Oh, I would have climbed the table and smacked her with one of those Versace plates or whatever the fuck they're eating on. But no, I was like, get the fuck out of here acting like that. Throwing bottles of shampoo at tables. I didn't know the bag was upside down. Like, it's open anywhere. Matter. It's going to fly out.
It doesn't matter. You're still like.
That's the thing. Like, you're mindless. Like, this is how, that's where I'm seeing her. Damn it.
Wow.
But yeah, like those little things, it's like, damn well it's just.
Did you know I just learned about body count on the episode where they're talking about the body count? Which is so crazy
because I've known body count since I was in like high school.
Really?
Yeah. In like college. What's your body?
You want to know what's wild too is I didn't feel like Angie, when she said you're doing 3 guys, I didn't feel like she was slut shaming her at all. Like the whole thing of this slut shaming, I'm like, did anyone really slut shame anybody? I think they're just talking. I mean, Angie was just putting it out there. Like, you can't portray this like goody two-shoes Mormon shit when you're like having sex with men. You're having a glass of wine. She was basically saying you're doing all of the things that Mormons don't want you to do. And when I come into your home after I only know you talking about Jared Osman and getting drunk with me.
But I am from Utah.
Yes.
There are a lot of people who drink, who do the church things like Brittany does. I'm sorry. Angie's been in Utah long enough. I wouldn't have brought a bottle of wine. You know damn well that what you're entering. You just don't do that. That's the other reason why I was like, Angie, that's bullshit. You know, when you're in Utah, you know damn well. There are people who drink. People go to church still. It is what it is. People do
Easton,
religion their own way.
I disagree with you. It would be one thing if they weren't filming a TV show. It's like, Brittany, I've been out with you. Not only have I been out with you while you're drinking, take that out of it. This is going to air for not only your community to see, but all nationwide and in other countries. People are going to watch you be a Mormon and drink and talk about like
so great,
Jared Osman.
Yeah, but what's so great is Mormons usually don't, that I know, they don't watch the shit.
I don't know about
so
that.
she's just living a double life. I'm not saying I like Brittany at all. I'm just saying I don't like the way that like Angie goes about her business.
Let me tell you something. The moment Angie stops going about her business, Brittany stops doing what she's doing, Lisa Barlow isn't Lisa Barlow anymore, we don't have a television show. So I'm happy about all of them doing what they need to do. I do have thoughts on who may be replaced, but I'm not going to state those now. I will say I'm loving Mary this season, and my heart is breaking for her.
I have, she was my worst one. I hated her.
She was really tough, and she has stolen my heart.
Yes, same.
I adore her.
Mary and I don't know why.
Fans are fickle.
Yeah.
Fans are fickle.
They come and they go.
They come and they go. Last one, Meredith fucking Marks. The fact that this woman, she is so calm, cool, and collected. She's like, I didn't like it, and it needs to stop. And then all of a sudden, one person, she's like, it ends now. I have had enough. I'm like, whoa, there's no 65 here. There is 0 and 100. And when she hits it, 100%. I think that's why I love her, because I relate. And then cut to her family, the monotone family. I'm obsessed.
No, I could sit in their house and just listen to them talk.
And they all talk the same.
No, it is peaceful.
The dad, Meredith, the 2 kids.
It smells like the 4 seasons. I wish I could.
That one smells like the 4 seasons. So does that mean that you like it? No.
I'm like, that was great.
It's so
I
good.
aspire to have that monotone
And then she's
voice.
like, and I just don't like MGK because now we're making fun of my impairments. It's not an impairment. It's your superpower. Yeah, it's an enhancement. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like a room full of Kourtney Kardashians.
Season 1 of Kardashians.
That's how I felt. I was like, I'm listening to Kourtney Kardashian 1, 2, and 3.
Even Seth, though, he's like, what the hell happened at that bat mitzvah? Like, they're all just, like you said, room full of Kardashians. Chloe's. No, Kourtney's.
Kourtney.
So good. So good. Wow. I had really a lot of fun.
Same.
Did you?
Yeah, but just thinking about that scoot.
Get over it. Pay the money. Get on with your life. You know, Mom always taught us, no lives were lost. You're going to pay for the scoot, and we're never renting one again. The moment we land in Hawaii, you better not talk about a scoot, because I'm done with it. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Reminder, the YouTube video will drop on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then we'll catch you again on Monday for the bonus episode. Love y'all. Bye. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Give Them Lala podcast. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Did I get all 3? I'm getting really good at that.